Everybody wave. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Revenge of the Gith. Episode
18?
18. Yes,
18.
it's on the
Oh,
stream correctly. I did it at like some point today. 18.
nice.
Now featuring subtitles.
Whoa!
They aren't the best, but thank you, Google Meets, for providing a one-box subtitle for the rest of us. This
Yay,
is why we were a little
subtitles.
bit late, because I had to make sure that all of that got properly figured out. So a couple of things before we get started. As you can see, wow, don't do that. As you can see, Hope is not with us, and she will not be able to join us for the remainder of the season. Life just kind of got lifey. So, and it was really starting to get really hard for her to keep up. So, we stand Hope. So, everybody,
Always.
please be sure to follow her and Tam over at She Games He Games and support their content, their D&D games, and all that great stuff because they are amazing. Still part of the community. All of that. Just can't finish out the season with us, but the rest of us can. So, without further ado, everyone, Rob, you know what to do.
I sure do. Hey everyone, I'm Robert the GM. I'm the GM and also the person that wears mostly slightly green shirts, but I don't care because it's such a fun shirt. In front of my green screen. So, uh, I will be running today's game in the world of Aureal. And now for the show, we've already answered this question, but I want everyone's characters to tell me subs or dubs. And give me a reason. Back up your answer.
Hmm.
Show your
Uh,
work.
okay, so hello everyone. I'm Montana. I play Throck the Unsatisfied, a crocodilian Circle of the Moon druid. And Throck would probably definitely be dubs. You know, he doesn't speak too many languages. He's not that cultured. Uh, Montana's all subs. Just want to make that clear.
Amazing. Proserpina. Oh, you are muted. Is that
Lots of things to mute and unmute this time around.
Sorry, everyone. Google Chrome froze for a second.
Ah,
Hi, everyone. I'm Robin, and I'm playing Proserpina, the Oops Baby and Tiefling Arcane Archer. And let's be honest, it wouldn't be subs or dubs. It would be both, because I don't really pay that much attention to things.
just
exactly the kind of chaotic answer I was hoping for?
I'm happy to deliver.
okay.
Ember, otherwise known as Forge King. I'm playing Fang today. And as for subs or dubs, he would be dubs because for the same reason Throck would. He can't really read too well, but I prefer subs because I just like the voice actors better. So, nice and simple.
And I am Obadiah playing Hong Huzi, the half drow warden, and Hong Huzi would be dubs because he is a firm proponent of Netflix and chill, and that means his eyes are not on the screen. Can't. It's not. It's not.
You
It's
you
not
definitely
rage.
showed your work there. I really appreciate it.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Val. This is my channel. Today I bring with you the half trial, Anja. She's a blade singer. As far as subs or dubs for her, she would probably do subs just because she likes reading. My personal preference, however, is both. It depends on who did the dubbing. Like, for example, like there's a huge difference if Funimation does the dub and if Viz does the dub, right? Uh, Definitely big difference there. Also, I'm friends with voice actors because that's what I used to do. So I feel really bad when I don't watch their work. But I will have to say, it gets very confusing on Netflix when you have the English subs on, but it's a direct translation of the Japanese, not what they're saying in English. and that I learned that really hard, and so I just have to watch dub anime really loud now. Cause hi guys, I'm deaf. Anyway, yeah, that's me.
Well, yeah, and if people wanted to have in fiction subtitles appear for a brief while, how could they? Surely there must be a way to do that, or other effects into the game. Surely.
Oh man, guys, if you want to like, I don't know, affect the game by giving us like yellow Deadpool style thought bubbles or something. I'm not sure how you want to do that. Or any other way. You can do so with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies gives a reroll to one of the players here. Every subscription or gift a subscription gives a nat 1 or a nat 20 to a player here. And then every little bit of money that you do, whether it's, excuse me, whether it's through coffee, like direct donations, whether through coffee or Streamlabs, you can just make shit happen. And there's a shit making happen level that you can do depending. Like I think the minimum is $3 with coffee, so like, you know, you have a minor thing happen with that, and then but if I think like we had like a $60 one time, and that's how we made a statue appear, sort of thing,
Giant,
like a walking
kind of like
stone mech.
Pacific Rim style
Yeah,
statue
yeah,
stabbing
Yeah.
an airship.
yeah. So you can affect the game.
Yeah, whatever that means. Whether that's also adding in random magic items, one of which the party still hasn't identified, so I
Rob?
still haven't been able to pay off. Yes.
Are you muted on Google?
Am I? I am, because I am a fool. Ah,
There you go, bud. All right, because subtitles weren't picking you up. All right, yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's what happens here. Go ahead, Rob. You can.
all
Let's
right.
play some games. Some games. Some
So
D&D.
we are going to once again come back to the world of Aureal, which a year and a half ago had its relative peace and tranquility shattered by the Gith Yankee, astral raiders from outside the material plane, who came in with their magically flying warships and, well, completely evacuated the Underdark, the large, seemingly other continent size sprawling connection of tunnels deep below the ground of the material plane. To do so, they had to kick a lot of people out and then seal it off. And they did this all to destroy the Illithid Mind Flayer threat. Wait, the people that had long ago enslaved them and had lost that little rebellion. However, they appear to also be messing with other planes, which Proserpina, after a conversation with, confirmed her birth mother, the Lady Harine, found out is especially bad because, well, there's also only one major permanent portal to each plane of existence on the material plane, and one going away completely is very bad. And so the party, having learned that across the continent from where they started this season, there was some kind of disruption to the Feywild going on, probably linked to its sister plane, the Shadowfell, which is the exact opposite mirror of it and the material plane. And so the party had been in the town of Bronze Hill after a very taxing journey through the Underdark, and it appears that there may be slod in them thar Bronze Hills, as both Fang and thank you, as both Fang and Throck discovered a kind of meditating, resting slod, and I may have revealed that some other people who were there in my narration also were slod, but the party doesn't know that yet. So we come into the party completely split, with Proserpina in a basement learning alchemy, Honghuzi and Andra having just completed a very in-depth personal conversation, and Andra getting a massive middle finger massive something in the form of Alexander's old magical shield, and Fang and Throck outside of the tavern where the rest of the party is, being talked to by some city guard. So we're going to cut over first, I think, to the two boys outside. um, as the town guard kind of is again, they've been spending this time saying we just need to take statements and make sure we get this properly dealt with here. So need just both of you to come with us.
Taking a look at Throck. Do you know what this statement thing is that he wants?
No. I think maybe he wants to talk or something.
Now is not the time for talk.
Sorry, I don't know if you know how laws work, but in order to enforce them, we need to make sure that we have information. And that means you being where the people that take information down are.
And we have a little bit of time to talk to our friends.
It won't take that long to take down your statement, and then you can talk to your friends.
If what he says is true, I guess it would be fine. But do not take up too much of our time. If you agree, Throck.
I'll try not to.
Okay.
So these two guards will kind of lead you out towards the guard house, and we'll cut over as again the camera sees them kind of blink in that weird kind of reptilian way that we've seen the camera seen Slud do, with their backs to the two party members, of course. And we are going to head up into the top section of the tavern where Anja and Hong Huzi, you two just got a package that is a package with a little note from the Lady Harine, which was very snide and all of that. And you will, after only like a few minutes afterwards, you do hear another like knock at the door.
I don't think it's the same guy.
No, I don't
And
think it is.
Hung Huzi's gonna like get up, grab at his eyes a little bit, and he's gonna go open it.
Hi, are you folks new in town?
Who's asking?
I work for the mayor. My apologies. Bronze Hill, big trading port, and so are you all traders? Are you mercenaries? Are you looking for work, maybe?
That second thing, we're
Mm-hmm.
hired out already. And we're professionals, so we're not taking more work on at this time.
Glad to hear it, and we'll kind of extend a hand out to shake your hand.
He just kind of like looks at it. Who are you again?
Vimias.
Great. I've got prior business. Why were you here looking? There's other mercenaries here, you know that.
Not ones that just came into town and aren't known entities in Bronze Hill.
Do you greet all of your guests in such a manner? All travelers?
Didn't think I was. My apologies if I came off as impolite.
Very impolite.
If you were not currently under contract, then I was going to offer you a meeting with the mayor. However, if you're under contract, then I'll extend the hand again, leave you on your way.
Can I insight this guy?
Yeah, please.
Just feeling a little. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Sorry if you guys see all my character sheet stuff on here instead of the chat, but let's see. Alright.
use a luck point because I rolled a natural 2. Cool. Yeah. No. On the level.
On the level.
Correct.
He's
Spanish
just like Hungus is just gonna kind of look back. So, this guy is like far too legit for his tastes.
Yeah, a little bit too much of a square.
I'll bro fist
Not even
him.
trying to bribe me right now.
So are you like trying to close the door on him like without shaking his hand goodbye, or
Just bro nod at him and be like,
he's
yeah.
he's
see you
like
later, dude.
extended his hand like very, very formally, and is like just waiting.
Just bro nod at him, please.
You know what? If we're still in town once we've taken care of the contract, we'll be back. How about that?
Splendid. Kind of like awkwardly looks down at his hand.
Fine. Fine.
Great. Make a perception check, both of you.
Oh man. Can I burn mine at 1?
Perception.
I mean, you can burn whenever you want.
I'm gonna
asking
pump
you,
a
you're
lot.
the DM and you usually call it honest, so I kind of want to burn it right now. If that's okay with you.
So wait, are you asking to use mine at 1?
No, mine.
Oh, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna burn it.
More than happy to
I'll
allow
use
that.
mine at 1 for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going. So yeah. Just gonna check what that is. All right. Cool. You shake his hand. We'll kind of extend his hand out to you as well, Anja. Kind of like offering, but you know you are, he's. I mean, you're obviously not right next to him, so it's just kind of like a more formal, like, would you like to?
Oh, I'm very sorry. I just, and I'm gonna, like, show him my hands, and there's smudged mascara all over it.
Oh. Well, I hope to see you folks around if you are available for a more extended contract. Hopefully your current one goes well, and I think we'll be seeing you soon. And we'll close the door behind him and head out.
Did he give? This is like a question. Did he give us a name?
Yes, I believe I said William.
William.
And if
Okay.
not, that's what I'm gonna say. I said.
It's
William.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah, Bill. Yeah. Huh?
Spirit of you. It's like a human male, kind of darker, a little foppish hair. Look fairly nice clothes, like maybe would fit either like maybe a bureaucrat or or just like a merchant. Nothing too distinctive about him.
He's gonna like look back at just I want to ask around a little bit. Something about that felt off. Not sure what.
I mean, it certainly was off. I'm not gonna deny that. And I mean, we did get really busy as soon as we got here, but I'm gonna go find the others. I mean, I know Proserpina's probably okay. Man, they're in the forest hunting. Do I have sending prepared today? Let's see. Probably not. I don't have sending prepared today. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go find a post office.
All right, I'll stay close. I mean, I'll be here, close to you.
Yeah, I don't have sending, so just I don't know, scream really loud.
I've got silver. I'm sure there's some kid around who will take money for a message.
That is true. I'm not exactly hard to miss. Hey. And I'm gonna like kind of turn to him, look at him, and I'm gonna give him a really, really big hug. And just like hold on to him for like a good 30 seconds before I'm gonna let go.
Well, yeah, he's not worried about it. It takes him like a couple seconds before like he starts like patting her on the back, but like it's fine. This is fine.
Yeah,
Everything's.
it was more for you than it was for her. So she's gonna go ahead and pick up the dick shield and go find a post office.
Great.
Oh, this is so heavy. Oh, why is it so heavy? Ugh. Okay, I have to mail something back to Molja.
We cut back over to Fang and Throck. So yeah, you both are led to looks to be a larger kind of barracks-like building, where you see these two kind of human guards lead you in, and they're sitting near the front, kind of at like a separate desk that it's almost like a like an office, but without like a front wall and door, so they can see what's going on in like the front part of this building. You see what appears to be like an elven woman, kind of reddish hair, looks to maybe be like high elven, who will kind of stand up and approach. You see a seal of Bronze Hill on her chest. Hi, can we help you too?
We were told to come here and make a statement.
Oh, all right. Well, pleasure. My name's Commander Storm. We'll offer her handout, and you are to Fang first, I guess.
My name is Dandelion.
So make a deception check.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well.
Who's approves of this tech? Oh wait, let me make sure.
Okay, so what's the real name?
It's not customary to give out my real name in my tribe.
Okay, well, it's customary here, otherwise you're suspect. So,
Suspect of what?
well, most people that hide what their name is around here do it because they're, doing bad things that need to be punished by people like us.
We're not from around here.
Okay, well, if I was in your home, would you want me to abide by your customs?
Which would be not giving your name, so yes.
Great. Well, you're in my home, not your home. So what's your name?
Hunter.
That seems better. Hand extended for a shake.
Mm-mm. Doesn't even look down
Okay,
for
so
it.
you're
to
just
look down at it.
So, Mr. Hunter, you're just gonna come in here and just ignore all kind of protocol. And if that was the case, why did you come here exactly?
Your guard said to come here.
So you're following that piece of protocol, just not all the other ones.
He wouldn't leave us
Just to be
alone.
clear.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to either.
I'm not shaking your hand.
Okay. We'll just kind of like
Throck puts out his hand to shake.
yeah. We'll shake your hand. You two can both make a perception check real quick.
Okay. I'm assuming not smell based.
Yep.
So
Okay. And then I'm gonna do something real quick behind the screen as well. It's 2. Okay. So yep. Kind of shakes your hand. And your name?
Throck, the unsatisfied.
Interesting. Well, I don't know what that refers to, but hopefully justice at least can be satisfied, I guess, today. And we'll kind of turn around. So, Mr. Hunter, Mr. Unsatisfied, or Mr. the Unsatisfied, what seems to be the problem?
I know not what the creatures are, but there were creatures in the woods. Throck knew of them, I believe.
Yeah, they were creatures
Lots
that,
of creatures in the woods.
but these ones infected people
Okay.
and made them sick. And then he pauses for a second, remembering back on the village and remembering that like he was fooled once by like the town guard. And he's like,
Yes.
they were. And he just
So we're
pauses for
doing
a second.
one word at a time now, is what I'm noticing.
Yes.
Okay. So they were. Do you have a description? Where they are?
Furry.
Furry.
And had fangs and claws.
Now, I just want to remind you that sloth are categorically not furry. So is that
Yes,
an intentional lie?
Yes,
Okay,
it
cool.
is an intentional
Cool.
lie.
So make a deception check then. I just had to make sure I was on the same page as Throck.
Yeah, it seems about right.
So what kind of fur? What color was it? How thick was it?
Bluish red
Yeah.
and green.
Uh-huh.
Like
Okay.
a rock
Well,
with moss.
I think you folks are trying to waste my time, which I don't need. So it's just gonna kind of like pat you both on the shoulder, and here both of you make perception checks as she does that as well. I think
Deception or perception?
perception.
Give me
can
a
I use
moment.
nat 20 on that one?
May. I will resolve what that means in just a second here. Okay, so what I'm going to say is you notice as her hand impacts Fang's shoulder, there's just the briefest second where one of her fingers elongates into a claw and just kind of like barely pricks the skin of Fang, like so much so that he probably barely noticed. Fang, you do not notice this effect. However, I'm going to tell you that you just failed a Constitution save, but you haven't. But I will allow you to use Indomitable if you would like to re-roll that Constitution save. Other people who may or may not have had this happen do not have such luxuries.
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll that Constitution
Right,
save.
so I will let you roll it this time since you know it's happening.
12. I don't think that's enough, is it?
Maybe. You are unaware of the DC of this effect.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. And there's
Why?
also 2 more episodes of finale to go, so like you use it whenever you
I was gonna ask because when I looked at the spreadsheet, it didn't show that I had anything. Oh well, I would like to
or no,
re-roll
one
then
All right, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
because I know what this effect is out of game. I don't want it. I think I know what this effect is at least.
Okay.
Pretty sure I know what this effect is.
All right. So you've gotten a 19. All right. So yes, but you see that happen. Throck and the Chi starts to turn around and walk away.
Was she able to touch me too, or just Fang?
She did touch you, but it didn't seem like nothing seemed to happen with her hand on you.
Okay. I walk out of the place.
Okay.
And like the moment like we kind of like get out of the
Guess
place.
Fang, you also do so.
Yeah, I walk out behind Throck.
Throck's gonna turn to Fang like the moment we're past the guards at the door. He's gonna be like, you might have a problem.
Explain.
Might be easier for the others to explain.
Question, Rob.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit of metagaming. Would I know if my Indomitable triggered, essentially?
In my head, Indomitable is not a like
passive.
actual like
Yeah.
physical thing you choose to do. It's a thing you as a player choose to do to represent Fang's innate hardiness.
Yeah, it was just a curiosity.
Yep.
Because I've heard it
Nope.
ruled multiple ways.
No problem.
So, what I am gonna say though is by
How
this
about
point,
this? I will say make a charisma check for your sense of self.
Okay.
And see, and if you beat a DC I have in my head, I'll say you can sense it.
Okay. Let's just do that. Ooh.
I will say, as you walk out, you do kind of sense like my body was kind of fighting against something in there. Like there was something that like I felt kind of something was happening.
I think I might have fought off whatever you're talking about. Something did happen. Now that you mention it, I noticed it.
Well, we should be sure about that.
Yes, agreed.
So we don't know the direction of the tavern we're supposed to go to. We kind of do.
I'll say as you walk out, you see Anja and Honghuzi exit the building because come on now. You all do see though, having just apparently took to the air, you see the giant eagle form of Chatter flying off in the direction of your quest.
Oh, Shatter. Something kind of funny today.
Who's gonna? Check on them. Let's check on them real quick and. Oh,
I mean, they're
Yeah.
giant eagle. They go 80 feet around. They're
oh no, not wrong. Them. My apologies.
Boys.
Yeah, like the ones that are right here and not flying
Got it.
away.
Anja.
they're all hymns.
Yeah. Anja walks over to the boys with a shield that she's hauling like this very awkwardly and just like places it in front of her and like Throck, you recognize it, Fang, you don't.
As it hits the
Hey!
ground, as it hits the ground, it's kind of like,
I didn't know I was an exhibitionist.
Things back.
Yeah, it looks like one of Harine's lackeys might have found it during some patrols and gave it to me with her love and support. I can't wait to properly thank her.
Please don't.
What? I was gonna genuinely thank her.
Insight.
I mean, sure, yeah, make an
he
insight
does.
check.
He doesn't believe you.
I will do a GM only roll for you, Rob, so you know
Sounds
if it's
good.
deception or
Yes, please.
just persuasion or
Click.
whatever.
Spicy.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then I think
I
the
can
people
find
at
my
home will
sheet.
get to see too. So
Yeah, the people at home definitely will get to see since it's
Yeah.
my roll. If my character
Well,
sheet
I'm-
stops vanishing, there it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, poof.
My character sheet. Where'd she go? It really just stops. Like, where is it? Okay, there it is. It's just hanging out under. My new setup makes me mad. You guys can see my space for a second. And now. Timeout. I am actually having like some legit fucking.
Here, why don't you just roll a d20 and then
Well, I
you
can't
can tell
because I
me.
lost roll 20 is what I'm saying. I don't know
Oh,
any of its
do you
add-
have a physical die right next to you?
I'm just. Yeah, I always have this. I just
Let
don't even know.
me-
I think my charisma is a.
Let me mute my audio real quick. I'll be good. You can just say.
No, it's all good.
Oh wait, no, yeah, you got
Okay.
PM.
No, it is just an actual genuine problem that I'm having right now with
Understood.
where did roll 20 go on my paper, like on my thing. I don't even know what my plus is for my
Just message me what skill it is. I have it
Yeah,
up right
and then
now.
I'll try and figure out what the fuck's going on here.
Does everyone have a D20 nearby them right now?
I'd have to get up to get it, but yeah.
Same here. I would have to get up.
But within
Mine.
5 feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just telling the truth. Honestly.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what you
Okay.
think.
So he just relaxes like you saw him like starting to tense up a little bit, like not again, but he's like, all right. Yeah. Okay. Heads up. By the way, if anybody asks, we're mercenaries. We're on assignment. Don't elaborate. But I thought you were in the force. What's going on?
We have problems. Throck, you explain better than me.
Remember when we met up with my people in that village and we were attacked by those amphibious-looking creatures?
You know, the ones that infected, and the ones that transform.
Yes. I think they are here, and they are the guards of the city.
I'm gonna look over at Hung Huzi. Did he
They're the
touch you?
guards.
Did he touch you?
Yes.
He touched
Yeah. And like Honkus is gonna hold out the hand that he like that shape. Like I didn't. Nothing felt off. Can you check me?
I am going to cast True Seeing.
So True Seeing wouldn't reveal any like diseases, and it might show off like magical effects. But roll me just like do you have roll 20 back?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me a perception check.
Okay. I'm still just gonna keep True Seeing on just in case. Perception.
Yeah, I mean it lasts for like an hour,
An
I
hour,
believe.
yeah.
So
Oh well, that doesn't work as I would like it to. Perception? Oh, daddy, I only get a. Yeah, I can't tell. I have.
Yep.
What do I have?
Nothing else around the town seems obscured by magic. The ethereal plane looks a lot less damaged here, further away from what apparently are probably Githyanki interests.
And if there's any hidden doors or something like that.
Yep.
Oh, I don't think this actually can tell it because. Okay.
There's
Wow.
one other thing. You know how Chatter was talking about the world looking like Ripley and it being like a big thing that was taking over. Well, is the reason why Chatter is doing this.
Like
I think.
leaving?
Yeah, the planes. I think he said, but it's in a cave. I saw it in the cave where the creatures were.
So, just a quick thing, so that if they got the guards, they could have anybody. I just shook hands with somebody who
Very
they seemed to
insistent on it.
know where I was, and I'm asking if I'm infected, what can you do about it?
Well, the last time it was.
Was Alex.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe last time Alex just used remove disease,
Yes, it
correct?
was Alex. That's the name. I
Yeah.
just totally blanked out the name.
Got it. I
and
didn't. I was
canonically,
trying to
so
figure
was
out.
Throck.
I was trying to. Got it.
Ooh.
He's like you see Croc searching for a name.
I'm just gonna
Alex.
just gonna glance at Hans. Like, yes. Continue.
was Alex that healed us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, okay. Oh,
There's
this
gotta
is
be.
probably this is probably going to go very poorly because I'm going to have to go in and yeah,
Um.
she can probably purge it.
Well, I mean, we were served food by people like in the tavern, and like we need to. Oh shit. Oh.
And that means we all need to go in.
Yeah, we all need to
It,
go.
it'll be fine. Well,
Um,
okay, it
It's
won't be
not gonna
fine,
be
I
but
can
fine.
actually check myself. Uh, I can check for diseases in all of us.
Okay.
that would be good. Please do
Just
that.
give me a little bit of time. And I want to ritual cast detect disease and poison.
Yep, you and Hung Huzi are sick with something nasty. Real
He,
nasty.
he just looks at Hong Huzi after the 11 minutes, which is like a not good.
And I will say at least like 70% of the townsfolk walking out and about also are.
I'd say within 30 feet of me, but
Uh-huh.
so-
Yeah, yeah, but you're in like
Oh,
it's probably like a couple thousand people,
Mm.
right?
I
Like
figured there's
it's
lots of like foot traffic going like just
yeah,
around.
like there's people just like kind of walking around, so at least like 70% of the people that you see walk past within 30 feet all are also sick with the same thing.
Throck is just looking with just the biggest like shock in his eyes, just looking at everyone around him.
Also, real quick, roll me another perception check, Anja, as you wait for the ritual spell to go through.
Mhm.
Okay, nothing else seems off.
She's freaking out. It's very hard for her to
Sure.
deal right now. These things terrify her.
I would also like to say, Rob, at this point, if we know shit's like getting to hit the fan, Fang is going to do a very, very like low howl just to summon the wolves out of the forest,
Sure,
because that's where they've been hunting.
you got it. Your wolves will be here when they need to be. Yeah.
Okay.
What are y'all doing?
Okay, so
uh,
then if it's and just to be sure, Throck, An's just fine, yeah.
It's just you and me.
Okay, so not the food. Must be the people.
yeah.
And just to be sure, can you clear this?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Probably not today. You would know that you can get a spell that can do this, but you might not have it prepared.
I'm going to have to talk to the spirit, but probably just
Okay.
not now.
So as long as we make it through the day, we'll be fine.
And out of characterly, do we remember how long it took for the infection to take hold of people?
More than a day.
More, yeah, I knew it was
I mean,
more than a day.
like it is going to be affecting people,
Yeah.
but it's not going to kill anyone
Right. Okay.
in a day.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I'm not sick.
That's
I'll
what-
go get her.
No,
She needs to know.
Yeah, she needs to know, and I'd have to stay around her. I'd have to stay around her anyway. Somebody's definitely gonna have to. Whatever Cheddar's doing, I'd really rather him not do it alone. And you all probably know where he's going a lot better than I do.
Probably just going to where we were supposed to go.
Yeah, I mean, Cheddar was headed due west, which is the way the ruins of Pentar are.
Mm-hmm.
Matter has been talking a lot about going.
And just quick check out of character. Did they mention the cave in this conversation?
What?
Yeah, they did. Oh.
Okay, they did. Just to be quick. Okay.
Did they mention a cave in our conversation?
In the
Yeah.
conversation, right? Yes. Okay. And it's like he's gonna like look over west. Like is that where the cave was?
No, opposite direction. In the hills.
Okay. Okay, but we can clear it. We can't. Oh, this is a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
I'm gonna. You might not like this. I think we should all just head west, get going, quick as we can. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back inside. Set the lady in Proserpina know. Might. She can.
I think with Throck and his magic, he should come with you, so that if either of them are already infected, you know.
Yeah, you're right. All right. And I guess our.
Let's just all go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hong Huzi, I would like to say that I did see some of my people out there. I do not wish to abandon this place without at least warning my people of what is coming.
I mean, yeah, your tribe would live, like, I will say it'd be like maybe an extra day, depending, and then if you spent time at the tribe, but where they are is probably like a day out from here.
Is there a way you could get a message to him?
Yeah, I can send one of my wolves, but that would leave me more vulnerable until they get here. Until they get back.
If you could wait until the morning, I could, if you describe very well you're a leader of some sort to me, I could possibly get in contact with them with my magic.
He will not trust your magic.
Okay, well...
Sorry. Magic is not something we do at all in our tribe.
Why am I not surprised?
I guess I don't. Well,
I will send the wolf. Do not worry. As long as we have something we can do.
Yeah, but really the thing is, if it's the whole city, that's a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And with chatter in the air, you don't really have that much time to spare. So I guess please send your wolf. In the meantime, I guess just sleep a little bit closer. I'll at least try and do my part to make sure that you don't get killed for warning your people.
Thank you.
I'd pat
So
you
you
on
are
the soldier,
all-
Hung Huzi, but I'm afraid I'd get infected.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you all are gonna head back to where Proserpina is. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
Great. So you can all make perception checks, Anja, with advantage.
Ooh. Some magic bullshit.
Perception.
Give me that advantage.
Can I have advantage because one of my wolves is helping me?
I'll allow it, I guess. Yeah.
I rolled natural 2. That's a lot better.
Okay, so only thing you notice, somebody kind of walk off into an alley, kind of like start coughing, like they're sick, and immediately out from in that alley, a guard knocks them unconscious and drags them into it. And nobody else seems to notice. Like it's, like, you know, that's one person out of dozens on the street.
There's this moment of hesitation because he doesn't know if he can help. But before he can stop himself, he runs at the alley, blades flashing out at the guard.
Right?
Oh, where are you?
Yeah. You see this guard kind of just like duck into the building that this alley is on and close the door as you like get there.
Anything? Do I smell anything? See anything? different about this building?
No, it just appears to be.
Just be a regular. Okay.
I mean, you also didn't exactly live with a lot of buildings, so
Yeah. It's more. Do I smell anything off?
looks like
about it,
probably a
but-
I mean, this person retched into the alley, and it smells worse than normal vomit, probably.
Mm,
Fact, yeah, fact.
Like
What?
something a little unnatural about it. I mean, this wasn't just some drunkard, you don't think?
and guys, here for a second.
Yeah, you ran away.
Fine. What?
We're trying to stick together here, bud.
Sorry, just instincts. That there was a man throwing up, and the guard just knocked him out and dragged him in this building.
He's probably turning into a sloth. That's what happens.
Yeah,
I
besides,
don't know how any of this works.
That's how that works. Please just stay with us.
Yeah, whoever that is, that guy is.
He's gone.
I'm sorry, but he's dead.
He's
we
gone.
really can't.
He's dead.
Mm,
There's a monster coming out of him. We have to.
okay,
And the whole-
fine. Can we move faster then, so I don't have to see this?
Says the person. Okay. Like we're moving, dragging this. Here, hold this, and I'm gonna hand him the penis shield. I'm not strong enough.
You have a giant phallic-shaped shield with a slight
Why?
glowing aura.
You probably shouldn't stroke it. I don't know what's gonna happen if you do that.
He's just very confused now. He went from being very worried to very confused.
Uncle Z is not going to elaborate. He's just gonna walk away.
He puts it on his pack and just he doesn't want to hold it because he's very confused.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you all head to the little tavern that you all know Proserpina is at with the Lady Hareen. Andra, one more time, give me another perception check as you come into the tavern.
Regular or advantage?
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. 20.
All right. So first off, there is a decent number of patrons in the bar.
Mhm.
I'll say, Throck, your detect disease is kind of just ending, but you notice that pretty similar splay of people who are not sick with the same kind of disease. There is that little band of mercenaries in the corner that Honghuzi kind of met earlier with like the halfling that nodded at him and such. And you, Anja, notice that there is a town guard kind of sitting and drinking who is fully a blue slot. 100% magically disguised blue slot. Just sitting at the bar drinking an ale.
I'm just gonna kind of lean to the side, put my hand over my mouth so that I'm whispering into my copper ring, and cast message to, I'll do it to Hong Huzi.
Great. Make either a stealth or sleight of hand check.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to roll a perception check above 4. They only get a +1 to this. So you only have to beat an 8 or better.
Cool. So I'll
Just do it.
do a stealth.
That's exactly what you needed.
Exactly what I need.
That's exactly what you needed.
And just like a whisper.
So what do you say to
and send the message. It's at your. So we're entering to the bar. How far did we get into like I'm
I
assuming.
mean, you notice this as soon as you walk in. It's very obvious to you.
Yeah, which
because
part
Slaughter,
of the which part of this bar is he in?
I'll say like at the bar.
At the bar.
Kind of seated at like the bar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically
Yeah.
12 o'clock probably. give or
Yeah,
take.
guard at
Sure.
your guard at high noon. Is a slot.
Yeah, Hong you'll just like look over at him, and he'll like he stiffens a little bit, and then just like it makes like a little bit of a show of just rolling his shoulders okay, and yeah, it doesn't do anything else to acknowledge, but obviously your spell worked, so and yeah, he'll start walking towards
A little
towards the
back.
room, Yeah, towards the room. He'll just like
the wine cellar. Yeah.
right.
Follow
But
and
like
see,
yeah, he will
follow
like
and
just
see.
take like a slight like just a slight path like around the bar.
No problem. Yeah, and very briefly, Proserpina, you've been getting alchemy lessons. I will say first of all, you have managed to make with Lady Hurricane 2 regular healing potions, so that's 2d4 plus 2, and she has also given you as almost like a reflex a third vial that looks exactly the same except for a small little indentation that you know where to feel for. That is poison. She's just like, just in case. But yes, you have made those, and if you want to in downtime spend money to create healing potions at this point, you are more than now able to do so. As Hanghuzi, how are you? Are you just gonna like burst in? Are you gonna knock?
Like he is going to knock. 'Cause he's not gonna fucking, yeah, he's gonna knock.
No response from the lady Hareen. Prospina, would you respond to someone knocking at the door? You see the lady look up and then kind of like dismissively wave at it.
You don't think that's something important, Mother?
Fine, we can check it. Yes.
And then he's going to enter in.
The rest of us
Urgent.
file in behind him, like just getting out of the other room, like.
So I see you've all decided to interrupt our one time here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Urgent. There's an urgent threat.
Oh.
Most of the town has been infected by slot. There's a blue slot at the bar, in the guise of a guard. I've been infected. Flock has been infected. If you have at any point shaken hands with, had any physical contact with a guard, or I am certain William, you may be infected as well.
Understood. You see, she stands up very slowly, looks at one of the wine bottles, pulls it out and smashes it. At which point, the drow kind of spellcaster with the glowing arm made out of rock and magic dimension doors in and begins drawing a teleportation circle. Close the door.
Yeah, he'll like make sure everybody's inside and do so.
We shall be going to Shantu. Any objections? Good. And the mage kind of completes the circle, and in the same kind of tealish blue light as the arm is, you see it kind of leaps out for a second, and the arm kind of just like segments into just solid rock prosthetic. A massive oval just tearing through the fabric of reality appears in the center of this chalk circle. In, she yells at you all.
Yeah, he's just going.
Owen.
Yeah.
Yep, me and the wolves.
Great. Wolf, because you sent one to your
Right,
tribe.
right. Yes, that's correct.
So yeah, you all step in, and there is a as like your guts are just like propelled forward as you all are teleported a quite far distance to the city of Shantu. You all appear in a small underground room with a inscribed teleportation symbol in the ground. You notice that the symbology of it is matching very closely to the inscriptions along the arm of this drow individual. And Anja, this is not a drow. You can see through illusions. This appears to be an individual, so everything but the kind of magical prosthetic is metal, wood, like appears to be like a person made out of metal almost. Like something you've never seen before. With these like exceptionally intricate like runic systems and a literal like crystalline web of essentially looks like raw um oh, I forgot the name of the thing I named from season 2, like raw, basically like raw arcane crystals dotted all around. Yep, from the crabs. Yep. um iridescent crystals in like a huge lattice work all around. As yeah, as you all appear in this basement, the Lady Kareem wipes her hands and then immediately snaps at the drow individual and just like leaves.
Mm-hmm.
We'll return.
I can see like I can see how Konkuzi like half like a like sort of like stutter because like he just automatically like responded to the snap and then realized, oh, it's not me.
I would like to point out Fang finds somewhere to retch in peace because he did not like that teleportation magic.
Oof, yeah, no, it's definitely the first time you've ever teleported, I think.
I mean, Anja dimension doors all the time, so this is just still slightly more intense. I mean, she's probably even in class been a part of a teleportation circle,
Sure,
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not her first time. That was cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
you all seem to have a moment here alone in this little bunker almost room. Like it's basically like only 5 feet wider than the teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Like this is pretty much exactly just a holding cell.
Question. I don't know who you are. Scary lady.
She left.
Oh, I thought she
left.
was
She-
here.
no,
The
she-
drow.
she, like, immediately,
No,
like,
she
walked.
immediately snapped at the male drow and just left and said, "I'll be
Oh.
back."
Oh, I thought that was her telling him to leave. That's my bad.
Okay. I'll
Um,
just in this holding cell.
Do we know where we are?
She did tell us that we were in
Shanta.
Shantu.
I
that map
do not
is,
know where that is.
Somebody's. I presume like somebody's got the map. Konkuzi's gonna like reach in to
Mhm.
like check it and look at it, and I assume that since it's on the map right here, it is on the map right there. Like
Yes.
we've made progress. We're a lot closer to the ruins now.
What? I didn't hear that out of character. I'm sorry.
We've made progress. We're a lot closer to the ruins now. She teleported us west.
Yeah, that is true. Just wish you would catch a break to these damn ruins.
What about that town?
I think we're going to have to double back once we're sure that the planes aren't going to die.
Do we know who is in charge of this area of the world?
Y'all can roll me history checks
Okay.
Oh, it can't hurt.
if you want.
Know the enemy, and by the enemy I mean the cops.
Why am I rolling dice? I have what? I don't need to do this. There we go. 15.
Shiny click clack rock goes.
Shiny click clack rock.
So the northern half of the like third of this continent is the human empire, and well, actually, to be honest, like the northern half, the northern like top third, as well as the kind of like eastern bit with Calum, is all like the big old human empire that stood forever. The kind of bit between that and the massive mountain range here is like a large like desert elf and like old elven places, right? Like high in desert elves essentially. And below the mountain range is pretty much completely decentralized. There's Lone Grey Tor, which is run entirely by gnomes, but for the most part, everything else is very not centralized. Like Malja, and there's only Tamalja. And pretty much every other place here also is the same. The Astique Plains, which is the furthest south on the continent, is is ruled by like nomadic tribes of people. So not really like borders there. So for the most part, yeah, Shantu is probably ruled by the rulers of Shantu, but you don't know who they are.
Okay. Well, I might know someone who is, so maybe I'll ask them in the morning.
Throck, I think you and I definitely should stay here. If we start moving around, I think she's going to be very cross, and I don't need her angrier right now.
Throck is starting the ritual he was doing before. Yeah, we haven't checked. He points to Proserpina.
Yeah. And Kongu is just gonna he'll just find a bare section of wall and just take a seat because it's time.
So I cast detect poison and disease.
Nothing on Proserpina.
I can safely assume there's
You're
nothing
good.
on Proserpina. There's nothing on Hareen. Did Hareen touch you, Proserpina, during that entire time you were alone with her?
Oh, well, I'm sorry on that. I'm still getting used to teleporting.
It's okay.
After the ritual as well, the Lady Hareen appears. Make a perception check, Throck. Okay. No disease on her though. You would that's nothing. So she appears to be cured of any ailment. The male drow was not nowhere to be seen, and there was nothing to be seen by true sight on her person as such. So we'll kind of just throw you all a vial of this kind of very thick green liquid.
And Anguzi is just going to catch, and he's just going to drink it.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
You do see the aura around Honghuzi go away as he does. Honghuzi, as I pull up my own last and homebrew things, you are going to be at a -1 penalty to
Okay.
Attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws for just the next hour, as it's not essentially or actually no, at her level you have no ill effect.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you are simply cured of the disease this level.
I guess just exceptionally bitter, but
it's not a pleasant drink at all. And you think that if it was made with less skill, it would probably burn going down.
So, potion of remove disease in our inventory? We didn't take it?
Curative oil.
Curative oil.
Is a more accurate name.
I drank mine.
Yep. Similar thing. It sucks to drink, but you are fine. And also you notice you are not glowing.
Thank you.
Well, you all, I suppose, may stay here for the evening before I'm sure you have to head out. Although, we'll see what I can do on that front.
And then he'll just speak up the ruins of Pentar. That's where we believe everything to be centered.
Ah, well, convenient for you, I suppose.
I have a question. Who are you?
Met once before.
Did we?
I thought you were. No, you weren't at the tavern at
No.
all. That's right. Thought for sure she made a snide comment about you, but that must have been something
No,
else.
she made a snide comment about Fang, but Fang wasn't there. I remember that.
That's right. Okay. Ah. My apologies. Only my spies have seen you. They'll tell you. I'm sure. I don't have time for speaking to you and we'll start heading off.
Then like
So
Hong Huzi will
far,
just like
seems good.
he'll just like edge over to Fang and just like he's not gonna speak like her. That's Lady Marine. She is like this often, especially when she is unhappy, which she almost certainly is.
Hearing that as well, she will stop, set down a little vial for you, Honghuzi, and just kind of leave it there for you before she leaves. Okay.
Like
Oh, okay.
like,
Fang was gonna ask Conja something.
I'll be back.
he's gonna
I'm gonna run after her.
he's gonna like just quietly like just like grimace, pick it up, and he's gonna drink it.
Uh, you see on the label it says "Breathe me," and you open it, it's just air.
And like
And yeah, nothing seems to happen. It was literally just air.
Wow. Big wow.
he's just gonna like restop her and just put it away.
Question, real fast.
Yeah.
Would Fang know? Did we ever mention that the house or the mansion that we raided and then destroyed in the Underdark was Hareem's house? Was that ever mentioned to Fang?
I think how things were talked about in context clues, at least yes.
Okay.
You would definitely. You should. Like, I think you'll connect the names. Like, even if
Yeah.
You
As long as I heard the name at least once in conjunction with the house, I would. Yeah. Because that would prompt him to bring out the recurve bow and be like, okay, well maybe she can tell me what the hell this does. So I haven't figured it out yet.
Yes, so Anja, you catch up with the lady who's just walking at a leisurely pace, so
Yeah.
not very difficult.
Yeah. And in that moment, I am going to close the distance between her and I will hug her.
Roll a grapple check.
I would like to use my nat 20.
Okay. So I need you to make a Constitution save.
No, that's fine. But before I do that, can I at least say what I was going to say?
Yeah, go ahead and say what you're gonna say,
Okay.
and I'll see if that changes
I'm
what's
just
gonna
going
happen.
to give her a very, very affectionate hug. And I'm going to say, I'm going to take that you did that from the goodness of your heart. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to let her go. Like I said, I was going to genuinely thank her,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm going to do.
You feel every muscle in her body tense,
Yeah.
and as you retract from the hug, just peeking out from one of her hands, there are like 3 different needles dripping with different solutions
Yeah.
that were about to be jammed into your neck.
Yeah. I'm going to look down at them, then I'm going to look back up at her and give her a very big, typical Anja smile.
Well, you may express your thanks maybe in a more fitting way next time.
I think this is the most fitting way. It's the only way I know how to be genuine. Any other way, you should expect worse from me.
Indeed. Well, it was fairly trivial. I've been having you all trailed for a while anyway.
Right. I figured as much. But you know, I guess even if you could have done more, thanks for trying. And I don't hug her and I leave.
She, honestly, bewildered, walks off.
Good, that was her intent.
Mhm. Yes,
Yep.
you definitely can tell with no insight roll required. She's gonna be trying to figure out the way in which that was supposed to better your position
Yeah.
of that move for a while.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, Fang, you
I'm gonna
and
go
everyone else
back.
you see. Anja returned back.
Like, Anja comes
Anja.
back with the biggest fucking grin on her face. Like, the biggest Anja grin on her face. Hi, yes.
I found something, and like I told you, me and my tribe don't really know magic, but I need to know what this does because it's weird, and I don't
Like,
know
Oh,
you
yeah.
can like,
about it.
you like see like Hong Huzi like, don't touch that. It's covered in poison.
I've been holding it for the past 3 days.
Then stop.
Wait, have you? Have you been
I-
using it to hunt?
I've been using it. Yeah, I said that.
Okay, then roll Constitution save as you take it out of your bag.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
realize you
I'm
were.
Sure
I thought
see
you were
the
just using
magical
a
glow
short
with my
bow.
true se-
No,
Yeah.
I was using that one.
Oh. Well, it's fine. Retroactively, you would have been making these saves as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I needed to say that every time. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. Because I'm assuming you still have Hareen Spoon, Unworthy Wielder.
Yeah, I don't know how to get away with that. Get away from that.
It is almost certainly a remove curse is probably gonna do it. We don't know that.
You take 23 poison damage as you take out the short bow again.
And he'll flinch, but it might be obvious he's been doing this for a minute because he
Cool. Just
I'm
like
assuming with true
Force
sight, I
of
see
willing.
the magical cursed glow from this.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's strange.
yeah,
There is a slight magic to it,
yeah.
but only insofar as much as like a healing potion would have.
Mhm.
Like it's not like it's both like an outwardly magical effect, but also it's magic within an alchemical mixture.
Yeah.
Like it is both
we've had
potent
s-
because of
yeah.
the mixture and because of some magic infused into it.
We've
Seems like-
had.
You see Hong Huzi like seems like actually annoyed. Like, put it down. It's poison. It is poisoning you. Right. Put it down. Let go.
Down! Put it down! Down, boy!
He's
Drop it!
literally holding
Drop
on
it!
to it when you have when that dog doesn't want to give you the ball and he's holding onto it for dear life. That is what he's doing with this bow.
That's what it
Cool,
does.
as you grip it harder, make another con save.
This is fine. He doesn't want to let it go.
Yeah.
He likes it, even when it hurts him.
Cool.
It's gonna hurt more again, isn't it?
Yeah, another 19 poison damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my wand and cast Identify on it. I'm assuming that
Yeah.
we've had enough time for it to
Oh god, I
recharge.
gotta do math.
It's mean it's been like
Yeah.
multiple days.
Multiple days,
since
yeah.
you left the Underdark.
My wand of knowledge and cast Identify.
Great. So yes, I will say you do know that this does do poison damage to anyone with a certain alchemical marker on them each time it is touched.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, so this is a bow that if you hit a creature not of the material plane,
Mhm.
when 2 or more of your allies are near it, then it does an extra d6 damage.
I
on top of
translate all
what
of
it
that
would
and Anja speaks to the pupper.
for a short bow.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I
Now put
not
it
die
down.
when I hold it?
Say again.
Don't hold it.
I put it away for now.
Mhm.
But how do I make it not hurt when I hold it? Because
you
I
would
like
either
it.
need to remove the effect that is the trigger for it, or you would need to remove the poison from it.
So, I never got a boon.
No, because
So
I
it
touched
would not.
Hong
Why
Hong
don't
Huzi
you-
touched it and put it in.
Yeah, why don't you let me hold it for a bit? It's not gonna hurt
What?
me.
No, don't.
It's not gonna hurt
No.
me.
No, it's going to poison you. Like that's why I put the sword back, because I felt something. I felt some liquid on my hands. It's going to poison you.
Yeah.
I have a
but-
question. Is this the scary lady's doing?
Oh, definitely.
Probably.
And
specific-
why don't I just ask her to remove the curse thing you're talking about?
Because then you will owe her a favor. Do you want that?
How
The
bad
answer
is
is
that?
no.
You
The
say that
answer is-
like
the
it's
answer is
really
no.
bad.
Yeah, the answer's no.
Well, then can one of you remove the curse?
No.
Why not?
Not our kind of magic.
I like this bow.
I didn't learn how to do that yet. Sorry.
Stop poisoning yourself.
Is that why he likes?
It's like a dog just eating chocolate. Stop poisoning yourself!
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Here. And I hand Fang one of the potions of healing I made. It's not much. I don't think I'm just learning how to do this, but this will take away some of the pain.
Okay, and he'll drink it. So it's 2d4 plus
2.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
And I would also like to say he's going to use second wind, so it looks better as well.
Great.
So it makes her feel better about it.
Proserpina, that's
Amazing.
amazing. You made that yourself?
2d4 plus 2 plus.
Yeah, Mother's been teaching me how to do some stuff. I ask her because I can't do much other than kill, so she's taught me how to heal.
Aww.
You see how he just kind of blink.
Mother's got lots of skills, Honguzi. And by the way, I haven't done this in a while. Honguzi gets a hug.
I'm glad you did that after he cured the disease, though.
Oh, I was gonna hug him when y'all burst into the room, but I sort of figured he mentioned not mentioning something like that to Mother, so I held back. It wasn't easy.
This is an in-character face that I'm just making.
He's like, like blinking again, and like he looks at Amja, then it seems like he's about to like think about something, and then just he chooses not to, and
Yeah.
he just pats Proserpina back.
And then in this moment of silence, there is a, as you see a like servant, like a pretty nice looking, like well dressed, like almost butler-esque type of individual, like walk up. I have been told to inform you all that you have personal rooms available if you would come this way.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Given the nature of your all's journey, please be as quiet as possible during our journey.
To where? The
Why?
rooms?
Are you all not familiar with the town or city? My apologies. That is Shantou.
No.
Is it politics?
That is a way to put it. Yes. Surprise visitors are not usually welcomed with open arms here.
Okay. That's good.
Oh.
Shall we?
Okay.
And
I'm
just-
gonna, at that, like, go over to Fang and just, I'm gonna take this back just in case you knock it. Like, and take the shield back from him and just like, okay.
Can I in-check that? I feel like Rock is just like feeling like there's subtext there that he wasn't getting.
yeah, you can make an insight or like a history check. Again.
Insight would be better.
Yeah, there's definitely like something going on in the city, but I mean, this is infinitely farther than you've ever been, really. Like, Shantou is about equidistant from like your home as Lindum was, but it's like,
Was he scared? Is kind of where I was.
oh
going.
no,
What
he's
was,
not
like, that-
scared for his own personal safety. It's more just like this is the safest course of action
Okay.
and the least difficult.
Oh,
It's probably more like avoiding being arrested than killed, if that makes sense.
right. Okay.
So it's not, doesn't seem like it's the threat of death. Great. So yes, you see the individual start walking. You see there is actually numerous similarly sized rooms full of different teleportation circles, inscribed by, you assume, very different people. You see they all have manuscripts like on them, like pieces of parchment with times, dates, names, packages, manifests, essentially. On the one that you have all used, you see there is simply Lady or Hareen +1 retainer / teleporter, and then some claimed items on that. You are not on the registry. And as you walk through this hallway, the kind of this servant kind of takes a very sharp turn, and pushes an indent into the wall and sneaks you through a small tunnel, whereupon you come into a very well-appointed suite. There is a few pieces of Hareen house and iconography here, so it appears that this is just a Hareen thing. And there's looks to be about 8 total bedrooms for you all to divvy up as you please. The kind of servant will say, "I shall be on call if there is anything required." Points at like a door. That is the door to the city. Given everything, just stay in here for now. I would recommend. If you leave, you might want to just stay unseen, or just don't do anything that would draw attention to yourselves. We are working on proper paperwork as we speak.
In the best case, we intend to leave tomorrow once we've had time to properly rest. Is that going to cause problems?
Yes, until the paperwork is finished, as individuals who did not enter the city cannot leave the city.
I see.
So, a entrance must be created.
Understood.
Wonderful. Indicates like a small bell. Simply ring that if you require any assistance or sustenance. And we'll depart. Is there anything y'all do here? It's just like a very nice suite apartment.
And just I guess like one thing. I like pull out the map again. About how far away is Shantu from our previous city? Like as well as the not crow flies.
It's about 400, about 500 miles away.
Okay, so
Saved us a few days.
Quite a few.
and
Considering you all move 24 miles in a day.
yeah, that means if Chatter's just flying, maybe resting, flying and flying some more, we should be ahead of him for now. So that's good.
I am going to need a favor. Can someone loan me some gold so I may buy ingredients for a ritual? Because I'm going to have to resummon. I'm going to have to resummon Tooth because he is too far away for him to make the journey.
How much do you need?
I honestly don't know the prices, but
I will say you can communicate how much you
Yeah.
need, and they can extrapolate the price. So you can just say that.
I'll say 20 gold.
Doc just reaches into his bag and just pulls out like a handful of gold coins, and then
I'll
just
give him 100.
gives him.
I got plenty.
Then let's make this not difficult, and then Hongizil will just go to where the servant mentioned he could be summoned, and just ring for him.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't know
after a
if
few
want me to go
minutes,
out.
they appear. Yes.
One of our party, when he can supply the gold, there are some ingredients necessary for ritual.
Very good. And we'll take out a piece of parchment. If any of you require something bought from the city, simply write it here in a exact a quantity and type as you require, and if you then supply me with some gold, I shall see it done. Simply ring when you have your full requirements. And we'll come just walk back in. So you all have like a shopping list. You made.
Yeah, and then like a Hong who's like pick up and like don't worry about writing. It's fine. I'm literate.
Okay, and he'll list off all the stuff he needs, which is like 20 different 20 different little bits of herbs and stuff like that. And then he also, because I apparently can't use this bow without killing myself, I would require a new bow, a long bow preferably.
Oh, I've got a
And-
spare if you want one.
That would be great because I cannot hunt without a bow.
Here,
At least not effectively.
my mentor and handed me this bow when I completed my training, so it served me pretty well. So you can have it.
Okay. He pulls it and checks the draw and maybe adjusts it a little bit so it's got a bit of a higher draw strength on it. But other than that, doesn't mess with it too much. And cooking supplies. Something to make food with.
Right.
I guess he'll hand him like 25 gold. I don't know if that's enough.
I have all of that.
I meant like a new flint and steel. I don't have a.
I think that's more than enough. I think flint only costs like silver, if that.
Okay, give him extra just in case. I don't know. I don't know how this trading things work. It's not pelts. I don't know how it works. Gold is weird to me.
Jo was heading to the post office. She just happened to have her bag on her, so that she doesn't have to worry about like.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's not the kind of game
leaving
we're
her
playing
shit
here.
in
Y'all
the-
have
in
all
the
your shit.
room.
Yeah, y'all have all
Like-
your stuff.
Okay.
It's more that he just never had one.
Mhm.
It never had a proper flint and steel.
Yeah, all right. Got that all noted down. I guess just quick. Is there anything else like anything that got left behind or?
No,
I seem like nobody else has got anything to add. So like, yeah, he'll
And
just
so, yeah, the
Yeah.
server will come down, look at the piece of paper, hold a hand, assuming you give the proper
Yeah.
amount of gold, and they head out. So yeah, anything y'all want to do before you take like a long rest here?
Is the
Yeah.
Throx can go to Anja. So I have this, and he hands you the his runic clan stone. I was trying to figure out what it was before by myself, but I couldn't figure it out.
Well, lucky for you, she has another charge of identify on her stone, so on her wand, so she will. Yeah, sure, no problem. And she will ding her wand onto this stone to figure it out.
Great. So you gather that this is an attunement item.
Mm-hmm.
While attuned, the wearer of it is connected to some other entity
Mm-hmm.
that also has a matching rune.
Ooh.
While attuned to it, the wearer's spell save DC goes up by 1,
Ooh.
and they gain an innate casting of the Hellish Rebuke spell every day.
Ooh.
And it is also a attuned item for lizard folk.
Okay. Well, I explain all of that to him. It's like, you know how to attune to things, right?
Yeah.
Well, so does the thing that matches this thing, does it know that Throck has it?
You gather that if the entity that is connected to the other stone still is attuned to the other stone, that it will know when the connection is made.
Okay, but just to let you know, if something else is attuned to the stone on the other side, it's gonna know that you have attuned to it.
and this is like out of character. This is the one that we found underneath a demon, underneath the devil, isn't it?
No, this was found on the corpses of the
Okay.
lizard folk rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Throck's gonna attune to it before he goes to sleep.
Great. Yeah. So, anything else? I know there are a couple other magic items that y'all picked up from the house. Like,
I am
the
out of
stone.
identify though.
Okay.
Oh,
I have two identify, and I use both of them.
Are we alone? Like the group?
Yeah.
Okay, so Throck also hands you Lady Haroon's scrolls that he found. Oh, I also found these. And like he hands you the scrolls that he found in the laboratory.
Yeah, like that's gonna catch it's gonna catch the heck out of like Hung to do like run over like.
He's giving these to me.
I don't know what to do with them.
Are they magic scrolls, Rob?
Yeah.
Oh, and this, and he whips out the the stone with the holy symbol on it.
What is it a holy symbol of?
That was with where the demon was.
Mm-hmm.
It was in that demon's hand. If
Okay.
I remember correctly.
Yes. So, because yes, the demon had a holy symbol. The devil,
Yeah.
it was a
Devil,
devil,
sorry.
That
had a holy symbol on it, as well as there was like the stone that was like on it as well that you also picked up.
Can I do a check to see who this holy symbol is for?
me too.
Can
That
I
is a
argue history?
religion
Can
check.
I argue history for it?
Religion.
No,
Okay.
because this is like
Hey.
infernal knowledge.
That's perfectly fine.
Yes.
I keep.
Because
I'm sorry,
religion
guys.
is also kind
I
of a
have no
shorthand
idea.
for like devil stuff.
I do speak Inferno.
Yeah, so why don't you also make... Actually, yeah, you also make one. Please.
I'll take a check.
A religion check, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oof. I was even going to give you advantage, but that doesn't really help now, does it? Yeah, Honghuzi, I'll say you've kind of known a little bit about, like, devil courts. So this is not a symbol from Mephistopheles, but from their court, if that makes sense. So like this is not a necessarily, it could
It's
be,
like-
but it's not necessarily a servant directly of Mephistopheles, but at least a servant of a servant at least.
Like this almost certainly does not represent Mephistopheles
It could.
himself. Well, most likely doesn't
Most
represent.
likely a representative of their court.
And like you see like Hong Jose like stares at it for like a little bit longer, like some gears turn. He's like, oh, okay, oh, what's in those scrolls again? Like, is it just spells? Or
yeah,
are there
spells?
notes?
I'm gonna look through them.
Yes. So there are some pretty powerful spell scrolls here. There is a spell scroll of I don't know what the name of it is, but it's just like it's not true revive, but it is a revivification spell. There is a spell scroll of Dimension Door.
Okay.
And in a sealed contain, like not like a sealed, if you open it it does something, but like a this is important, therefore it is very well protected. There is a scroll of Gate, which is a 9th level spell.
Oh.
And like weirdly, like well, perhaps weirdly, like once Hong Jose realizes like, oh, it's just like they're all spells. You see he seems to like lose interest a little bit, and then he's just like, oh, Mephistopheles, not okay, like not Mephistopheles themselves exactly, but the court, like somebody who would report to Mephistopheles at least.
And it's Raise Dead is the other spell scroll.
Is the other spell scroll? Okay.
Yeah, so Raise Dead, Dimension Door, and Gate.
Okay. I will keep those handy.
Probably conceal that. If somebody sees it, they might.
Yep, I'm putting
People aren't nice to
away in my.
devil worshippers.
I'm putting these with my panties.
Oh, Han Huzi was talking about the symbol.
Oh.
It was like that's people don't react well to devils.
Well, I'm not gonna hold on to that. um,
Unless
Rock
they're
takes it back.
real. Unless they're real. Look, there was this one time. The stains did not come out for a month.
I can hold on to it. I have a safe place for it if you need a place to hide it.
It's been okay with me so far.
Just making sure.
I mean, I also figured you weren't wearing it like super openly. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh no, it was in my bag.
You will have to like physically wear it somewhere in order to attune to it, which
Oh, the runic one?
yeah, yours.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll probably have it on like my arm or something like that. Tie it or something.
Yeah.
how long has Alex been dead?
It's been, let's see here. Y'all traveled through the Underdark for 6 days, so it's been a bit over a week, like a few
Okay.
days over a week.
So
believe
10
it
days?
should have been like 9 days at this
9
point.
days. Okay. Just checking. Okay.
Question for you, Rob.
Yeah.
I know how long it takes to get from Bronzetail to the tribe, correct?
A day.
Yeah, a day of travel or like 24 hours of travel?
Like your wolf should be there by the time you go to sleep.
Okay, then I'll wait to do the ritual in the morning to resummon him.
Great. Yes, and I'll also note, because spell scrolls would be dumb otherwise, material components are not required for the spell scroll. Like, they're built in,
Yeah.
which is why like reviving spell scrolls are even more rare and very sought after, because they have like the diamond built in essentially.
Okay.
Great. So, other than Throck attuning to his newfound symbol, is anyone doing anything before they head to bed?
Get into some pajamas.
I would like to do something.
Please.
I would like to. I'll leave Claw probably with Anja, because I'm assuming she has her own room.
I mean,
leave-
you all have your own room. There's 8 rooms.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll still leave Claw with Anja, and I'm gonna put on my cloak and just kind of explore a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can't figure out where Lady
Well,
Hareen went.
let's take it a little slower.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just exploring the suite. You're not going
Yeah,
outside.
well, I'm going to explore outside after I find Lady Hareen. So
You don't.
that's for after.
You search as thoroughly as you like. You find only one secret door.
Someone
And we
is
have
yelling
roommates.
at him. Okay.
They were roommates.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if we were playing Pathfinder, you take 20. There is no other secret door but the one you came in.
Okay.
So you don't think that she's staying in a secret place?
Okay, then I will. Can I catch her scent
Sure.
and try to track her?
She went in. She went outside of this suite.
Yeah, I
And you're smart enough to gather that, given how much people see, like all the ledgers and stuff, you're guessing since she teleported in, she's where she's supposed to be when she's in the city.
Okay, then I'm going to very quietly and stealthily move my way to where she is, because Fang
So
has
you're
something
gonna
he wants to
leave
talk to her
you're
about.
gonna leave the suite, is what.
Yes.
Does, first of all, anyone want to say anything as they see Fang headed towards the exit to the
He
suite?
would be stealthing his way out. He'd wait till most people have gone to sleep,
Okay.
So
because he doesn't want them to know he's leaving.
So make a stealth check.
Okay.
And I will say, once you make your stealth check. So I'm going to go around. So I would like to know if your characters would be going to sleep at a normal time or if y'all are staying up. So Anja,
I am in a separate room. I'm hanging out with the
You are-
pupper. I am awake.
you are awake?
Mhm.
Okay, great. So make a perception check. Honghuzi?
I just
Yeah.
realized Anja would probably know because I would have dropped off Claw with her
Mhm.
right before I left. So I probably would have just been like, "I'm leaving her with you."
You
Going.
really shouldn't go outside. You know that, right?
I will be fine. I'm just going to go figure out something.
I cannot
Promise I
take
won't be
care of
fined.
this wolf if something happens to you. Like they told us
You won't
not
have to. If something happens to me, the wolf will be no more.
Well, that's even more reason for you to stay. You don't want her to go.
It's hard to explain, but I'm not. I'll be fine. I will be back. Do not worry. I will not even be
No,
seen.
no, no, no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're out there where we've been informed that they don't like visitors, and they figure out you come here, they're gonna come inspect here, and they might find us. So, how
Then I
about we
will-
don't do that? Like,
I have something. I need to ask, and I need it. I need to know.
what do you need
And
to
I
ask
also need
right
to
now
know-
at this point that makes you leave?
It's personal.
Like, so you're gonna put your personal stuff over.
I won't
everyone
lead them
here.
back here.
I'm sorry. I just met you. I don't know if I should trust that or not.
I don't trust you. You don't trust me.
You're
We're
leaving
fine.
your dog.
Because she likes you. She
Well, take her
trusts you.
back.
Fine.
I'm gonna tell everyone that you're leaving.
Okay, fine. I will be back before anybody even realizes I was gone in the first place if you do that. But fine. It won't take me long.
Are you sure you want to?
Just please do me one favor and don't tell everyone.
Why?
Because
Not
I want to
telling-
do
not
this
telling
without
anyone.
everyone.
Not telling anyone will put, like, the last people that I consider family in danger.
I understand that, and I'm not going to put your family in danger, but I need you to respect that I'm trying to look out for my family. You have family?
I'm going to tell them.
Okay, then tell them not to come after me while I go do this. It won't be long.
I'm like gonna get out the room and I'm gonna knock on Hung Hoozy's door.
And
Yeah, he's
when she does that,
Yeah.
Fang just kind of off to the door and disappears out the door, unless she actively tries to stop him.
Yeah, Andre, you have a chance to react as Fang runs to the door. You will see this happening, but you don't really have time to like get to him and like grapple him or anything because
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. Like, yeah, he was not.
Yeah.
Wired. Like.
Yeah.
Like just in case something needs to happen.
so Andre, if you would like to try to do something,
Mm-hmm.
you may.
Mm-hmm. I would like to cast telekinesis.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, it's a strength saving throw for Fang.
I think, yeah, let's just go ahead and link it.
And
I'm actually not
see-
doing it on Fang.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm doing it to keep the door completely fucking closed.
Okay.
I'm using telekinesis on the door.
So what that is going to be, I'm going to say you are going to make a spellcasting ability check
Mhm.
versus Fang's strength check. As Fang, you try to open the door and it is like held shut by an invisible force. So it is
Okay.
Anja's intelligence versus Fang's strength.
Okay.
It's not a
Strength
save.
save.
it's just
That's not what I meant to click.
Yep.
That is just that's -4,
so
I
it's
believe.
Just
Yeah.
+5, so you
Yeah,
rolled
it's
a
being 18.
An 18?
So
Okay.
you beat an
I clicked the wrong
18.
button.
Or it's just your spellcasting ability,
Oh,
but that still
ability.
beats it. So that'd be a
Okay.
20.
Okay.
So you go to move it, Fang, and it is sealed shut by some invisible force.
Oh yeah, who's gonna notice that? Like what?
Let me out. You care about your family. I'm trying to help mine.
What? What is this about family? What?
He's trying to leave.
She's preventing me from going out
Why are you going out?
to help my family.
Why do you need to do that?
What do you mean? Why do I need to do that?
Didn't you already say that you had your wolf take care of it?
Yet to warn them, but I'm going to make sure they get all the help they can get.
Because I'm a dramatic hoe, at this point, you feel your connection to your other wolf disappear in a way that only happens when they die.
And you just see him go from like manic trying to get out to just absolutely just done.
What happened? Yeah, like he's like more and more confused. Like,
I'm
what?
assuming like none of this is like this is not like it's quiet enough so no one outside can hear us, but I'm sure the people inside.
There's precautions for
Yeah.
people outside, but yeah, you all are like woken up by this like argument in the middle of the.
Oh, what's going on?
Tooth just died. That's what's going on. And now I have even more reason to go and help my family. So I either open this door or I'm going to bring my weapons to bear against you.
Okay, like, like, do you really want me to hit you?
I want out the door.
I'm gonna point out something to you. We're days out. Days.
I do not need to get
You
to
can't
them. I
get-
need to
you
get
can't
to a
get-
person.
Who would you know here?
The only person who got us here. She can get me back.
Do not make trouble for her.
It is not trouble for her. It is trouble for me. I only require
It
her
will be
assistance
trouble
getting
for
back.
her. Your presence, our presence here is already trouble for her. As long as we keep it secret, it will not be much.
Okay.
If you go out there and cause trouble, and as he's like saying this, like you see like Onzi like disappear from the door, then like come back out like
He's having
with
a moment.
his with his sword.
His sword,
Like
yeah.
if you are trying to cause trouble for her, like which I'll be honest, I've already done it. I'm on thin ice. You're not making it any thinner.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. I do not care for the trouble I cause for her because it is my family in danger.
She's not gonna help
I care
you.
not for the trouble.
She's not gonna help you.
Okay, what do you want me to do? Let them all die?
I can help you. But,
Then help me.
we need to get to a tree, but we're not allowed to leave here yet.
You can shapeshift, correct?
Yes.
Shapeshift into something small. Get on me. I will get us out of the city.
You're not leaving.
I'm going out that door. I will not go to
If I have to
Hareen.
break your legs, you're not leaving.
You can surely try, but I'm going out that door. It's my family in danger, not yours.
Exactly. And you see like Hongzi just settles in. Like he's ready to just knock. He's going to knock you out. Like that's what he has to do. He's going to knock you out.
Okay. I'm really confused. All I know is you want to go outside. You mentioned my mother, and there's trouble, and there's a dead puppy.
My wolf
did I
was
miss
killed
something?
on the way to warn my tribe.
I'm gonna make a point of order. Actually, at this point, because you have been kind of waiting here for a bit, this is probably about at where your tribe would be, or
Okay,
close.
at where my tribe is. So
at
that's
or
worse.
close, yeah.
So it's worse then, is what I'm hearing. Okay, then retcon that a little bit. Then that means my tribe is in danger exactly now, and I need to get there exactly now, or my family dies, and I have no one but that family left. So, if you really want to stop me from saving my only family, I cannot take that lying down. That is just how I have
I
to
am
do this.
telling you to wait.
I
until she
cannot
comes back.
wait. I cannot wait, Hong Huzi. They are there now. As in, my wolf died when they got there. That means they are in trouble now. Waiting could mean death for everyone instead of just whatever has happened already. I do not have the time to wait.
What can you do alone that they can't do together?
I don't know, but do you really expect me to just sit here and wait for them to all die? Would you really ask that of me? To wait and let my friends and family die?
If we were in the other
Is that what you want me to
town,
do?
You could go. It's just this.
Everybody everybody inside through your rooms. Close the doors and lock them.
I'm literally holding this door open. I have to stay out.
Uh,
I'm like,
in in a 10 count, drop it. Do whatever you're going. Do whatever you're going to do. Do whatever you've got to do with Throck. We didn't know. We didn't know shit.
Thank you.
swear to God.
And then like Hong, he's gonna like turn around toss the sword inside and like close his door.
I'm going to go to Throck before I drop the door. Telekinesis, and just be like, if it's too bad, leave him and come back to us, please. And I'm gonna go into my room and drop telekinesis.
I'm assuming Throck, you shapeshift into.
Throck is actually conflicted because he wants to help Fang, but he's actually more focused on the mission at hand. So he kind of looks to Fang. He's like, I can't go. If it endangers the mission.
Very well. He
Yes.
just turns and walks out, and he will try to follow Hareen's scent because that was the original plan.
Wait. Before you go,
Hmm.
here, I hand him my last healing potion. It's not much, but in case you need it.
Okay. Thank you.
And hey, a real big shout out for that raid. Thank you, How I Nerd.
Woo!
Hey, how I
Woo!
nerd! You're about to witness some narration as the party is leaving a safe house they were told not to leave. So Fang, make a stealth check, and then
Mhm.
I'm gonna do some describing.
Okay, let me just figure out what I did with my character sheet. There we go. Oh, that's... I know where my character sheet went. Apparently I turned it into a tiny little thing. Where's my stealth button?
Story of my life.
I'm going to use my natural 20 on
That
that.
seems wise.
That
Total
is-
would be 27 with a natural 20.
You step out onto marble white streets, these brilliant white buildings, all around. In regular intervals, there are metal poles with these bright blue gems that kind of don't seem to be alight currently, but just kind of like hover around them in the streets, as opposed to throngs of people. They seem to be kind of segmented, mostly to the sides of the street, and in the middle promenade of the large street, you kind of are in a small alley coming out of what appears to be the back of some kind of domicile or business. There are these massive they essentially look like elementals, but you see that they've been sculpted to have like seats and like drivers, like a carriage, like essentially like the elementals that Throck turns into, but with like a little canopy on top, essentially for people to sit in. And you see there's people just kind of sitting in. You see a city full of many different people, but you see primarily Aarakocra, Goliaths, and then as well, you notice that there's a lot of individuals that look like human elf like, but they have kind of this kind of lighter white skin and they're like and very windswept hair. I'll just let you know that they are elemental born Genasi. And so there again, it's like this very bright white marble city. You do notice as you kind of look out that there's a horizon, but there's not more ground out in the distance. As you step out to Shantu, the floating city of marble, you see in the middle of the city a massive spire, and even from this distance, there are giant figures walking around it in the center of the city. But nobody seems to have noticed you in the hustle and bustle of this extremely foreign city to you. And there's like also street performers out and about. You're kind of right outside. There's also like basically there's a lot of like sidewalk area. There's also like corner and outside cafes. Like this is a like very pristine and affluent looking city.
Okay. Yeah. Fang is just gonna try to follow the scent of Hareen as best as possible.
Okay, just want to
In
make
this
sure. So
city?
like this doesn't throw him off at all. He's still good to go. Just want to
Okay.
make sure. No,
Then
like you
he's-
tell me.
Yeah.
Is he like
He's thrown off a little bit. There's a bit of a disconnect from what he's used to. Dirt under his
Sure.
feet, trees around him all the time, and this is just stone everywhere. He's just like, it reminds him of the Underdark a little bit, just because because of the stone. He doesn't like the
Yeah.
cold feeling of the stone everywhere. He likes living things, and the Underdark was a lot of stone and not much living things. So he gets a little bit of a chill, but then it's like, okay, just go. And he's off to find Hareen as best he can.
okay? So make a perception check with advantage, or a survival check with advantage. I'll say because you're following scent.
Okay. They're both the same, and I don't know how to click a button, so that's cool. 17.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. Given how this city is laid out, it's impossible to exclusively use side alleys.
Okay.
That's just not how city planning is in this place. So my question is, how are you going to traverse the city without being seen? Because you catch the scent, I'll say you think you can follow it, but you have to tell me other than just I roll stealth as to how you're going
Okay.
to traverse this
So
basically like 1920s looking city, but like magic and elementals instead of cars.
I think the easiest way would be to attempt to blend in as best as possible. So instead of always being unseen, he instead maybe like lets down his hood, fixes his hair a tiny bit up so it's not as quite as wild, and just kind of walks like he has a purpose, but like he belongs there.
So I don't think Fang pays attention to like clothing very much.
No.
You would notice that people are wearing what like in normally would be considered mostly pretty well-to-do clothes, like a lot of pants and a lot of nice shirts tucked into those pants. Women wearing like a lot of dresses, and also a lot of women also wearing like work pants, walking around. So if that's your intended mode of action, I will let you change it if you like, but that would be a charisma stealth check. So that would essentially be a +3 to you.
Maybe a better approach. It's not like, so when you say 1920s city, I think like I'm not like, there's not like skyscrapers and shit like that. It's like lots of, are they low buildings or medium?
Are pretty tall, not skyscraper-esque, like tall, like, I mean, so the center of town, there are giant-sized buildings, like giants on the scale, the buildings on the scale for giants. So those are about as near to skyscraper as you can get in the fantasy world for the most part. But for the most part, the buildings are, I'd say, only about like 3 stories on average. In the outer section of the city.
Okay. And there's not a sewer system, I'm assuming, because
you could find out.
I will take a look down an alley first and see if.
I will say, just roll me another stealth check to like scope out that without being seen.
No, I have nothing to do with that either.
You have one
So
natural 20 left.
I thought I just used that 2 stealth.
You had to.
You had 2.
Oh, I had 2. Okay, then
So-
yeah, he will. I'll spend that then.
All right, so you're out of audience given things. Audience, if you want to help Fang not get caught by police, and they're not guards, they're police in this city, then you may
Oh boy.
either biddies or subs will give our good boy some help. But anywho, yes, there is of course a sanitation and sewer system because this
Yeah.
is a civilized place.
Yeah, no. He can't follow the scent in the sanitation system though.
But also, yes, it would definitely be harder. And also, they don't have like, uh, um, like sewer grates in random back alleys
Yeah.
because that's not where people who need to work on them would want to get to them at. So you'd also would be harder to go into one unseen. It's viable. You could do it. It just would be difficult. There doesn't seem
He's
to be an
just-
easy way.
Yeah, he's just getting more and more frustrated,
Mhm.
and he's eventually just gonna punch something, put a dent in it, and then go back to where he was. Go back to the
The suite.
the suite and do his best to sneak in without anybody noticing him.
Without any of the party noticing.
Yeah.
I guess you make a stealth check. Everyone make a perception check because I'm guessing I'm guessing most people will be pretty interested to know if Fang ever returns.
Hong Lucy, like when he said like he doesn't want, he's on purpose not paying attention.
Throck feels guilty.
All right, then yeah, Fang, you sneak in without anyone knowing you're back.
Oh, I'm knocking on Honkuzi's door.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll flash back to that.
Yeah. He opens it up like yeah.
Oh, I just
Yeah. How can I help? Yeah.
it's I just look. I know I'm on a good day. I'm an annoying little sister, and I know I can cause a lot of trouble for you. But I just want to thank you for taking care of me. And I mean, I know you've been nice to me mostly because of my mother, but it's really meant a lot. And I just wanted to say thank you, and that I appreciate it.
Yeah. Don't feel like you're not the problem. It's there isn't a problem. I mean, I am usually better at talking. And like I don't know if Andre's like still watching, but like she sees his hands like start to do and then he
Just imagine the fact that she's getting ready for bed, and since she has a private room, she doesn't have much clothes on.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and he's like seems like weirdly distracted, like he's trying to look around, like
Look, I know what mother did, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to learn. I'm working on it. She goes, it's gonna take me a while.
Really?
Rob,
What?
can I have Mage Hand gently shove Proserpina into Honguzi?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Proserpina, you kind of like, I don't know, you like trip or something, and you kind of fall a little forward towards
And then I
Honguzi.
go back into my room.
Yeah, and then Hong Lucy he reaches out to catch you, like
I'm sorry, I'm kind of klutzy.
Would it be a bad time to say that I haven't been thinking of you as a sister? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not related. It's not another son.
Oh,
Like,
I knew that. It's just, I mean, annoying little sister's sort of the only reference I have.
didn't have a
So,
lot of didn't have a oh that like you see him like close his eyes, like he mutters like because like it is in this moment he does not think like you grew up with elves. You might know what you might speak this. He's hearing like mutter like, oh, this is what she meant. Oh, 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 I caught him. I caught feelings. This doesn't. Oh no. And then and like uh it. Did you have besides like family? Did you know a lot of guys growing up?
I mean, I knew them, but I mean, look, I'm the only not elf in the village, so I was just the little demon girl who hung around with the elfin girls, or the little goat girl, or
Uh, right. Well, I guess what I'm kind of getting around to, if I guess just I usually don't. I should try not to get like attached, but like I mean, it's like I'm at this point. I'm doing it's it's for you. Like I want you to be happy. Like I like it. I like it
me?
when you yeah. I like it when you smile and I honestly have I think kind of thinking about it. Half the reason I jump when you hug me is because I kind of I I don't I can't um I can't I should I explain should I do you know
You,
anything about Captolo?
huh?
Okay, can't lead off with that. Um, I guess, uh, uh, um, I, I, I,
So you don't
okay,
hate me?
I think I'm kind of in love with you, and like,
Me?
and then,
No, no, no.
he closes his eyes, he closes his eyes, like, I said it.
But I mean, you've been around Anja, you've been around Elle. I mean, elves are so much prettier than me. Why? I mean,
I,
and she's
I took
sort of
orders.
turning purple because she's blushing.
I took orders from her mother for most of my life, like, and they look like, especially when Anja's not wearing hair dye, they look a lot alike. And it would, I guess, like the best analogy is it would be kind of like a servant a servant trying to get in bed with the princess. It's not gonna end well, and it was never gonna happen. Yeah, and usually I don't do relationships that are longer than like 3-4 hours if somebody spiked the drink maybe.
Well, that's
That
longer than any I've had.
yeah, I'm just
Um,
like you know you don't
she's
have to.
really smiling at you, Hungus. I'm really she's smiling. She's blushing.
Oh wait, you're not. This isn't going bad.
Um,
No,
I don't know what to do now because I've never. I mean, look, my older sister had these books, and I would sometimes sneak out and I would read things, but I've never. I don't know what to do. So I mean, I just. I,
I'll.
I liked it when we would go off on our own for stuff, and it was just because you seemed relaxed. You seemed more natural when you
I,
weren't around
I
a big group of people, and it was nice.
yeah. Thanks. I was you yeah, you weren't like I don't exactly do guard duty much, but you weren't you weren't the problem, and it was yeah don't the words aren't going well, and I don't want to ruin it. Do you want to
I'm gonna
come
keep
in?
on the cheek.
Oh, okay. Like we'll start slow. We'll start slow.
I mean,
Make
I don't know what to do. I mean, I figured you know more than I do.
Yeah. I'll show you how we. I'll show you. He'll be good. You'll like it.
Okay. And he gets another hug.
Yeah, and yeah, he'll just like close the door behind him. And scene
And
transition.
the scene fades. I had to just react to being giving a something.
Oh
And
no.
uh, actually, Throck, so you attune to your symbol. As you do, there is just this kind of sense, this like familiarity that you've been feeling this whole time kind of settles back in. Uh, like you definitely feel some kind of connection to this, and a voice enters your mind. It's been so long.
Do I recognize this?
No, definitely not at all, ever. You've never heard this voice ever.
Have we met?
No, I don't think your version, your little incarnation. No, we haven't met. Has something gone wrong?
Yeah. There seems to be an attack all over the world.
In the whole world, I don't care about that. With your charge,
Yes, a dragon,
what color?
red, big.
That
Very.
bitch.
Do you know the dragon?
No, I mean, maybe. Probably not. She made so many.
Who are you?
You hear like laughing kind of all through your head, like multiple sources almost. Has it truly been that long? I know you all don't live that long, but I would have thought of all people's traditions would be maintained.
Well, we protected our swamp. Wait,
Yes.
are you
Mm,
the thing?
you weren't one of the ones allowed inside, were you?
No, I
Hmm.
protected the entrance.
Right. Yes. I should have foreseen. Ah. Oh well. Could have seen that problem coming, but. So, do you will you pass down any history of where you people came from?
Bring hordes to the swamp and continue feeding it. That was our purpose.
Yes, I'm very well aware of the purpose I gave your people. Do you know where you came from?
No.
My goodness. education these days, schools these days, huh? Just can't rely on them. It's ridiculous.
Schools.
Yeah. Well, I just figured some amount of reverence or storytelling would be done, but alas, it's not the world I suppose I live in. Or, well, you live in. I watch from afar. Suffice to say, oh, I don't know how many greats it would be. Your ancestors were in quite a tough spot. They, you know, you all grow pretty large and hardy, and it doesn't take a lot of high quality food to keep you fed. That made you quite desirable when mortal morality was more flexible, and in places where that morality was sometimes even shirked. So, your ancestors, yeah, they weren't exactly given upward mobility, now were they? So, I took it upon myself to take some pity, really, and offered a way of not only escaping from such bonds, but having a true purpose and living somewhere where most things shouldn't bother you.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it wasn't entirely altruistic, I must admit, but you're welcome.
I don't know what that word means, but
It wasn't all out of the kindness of my, well, heart's a strong word, but
but you helped.
indeed.
That's the point.
Yes, well, turns out when you oppress people that long, you don't expect them to all of a sudden become warlocks and summon devils all around the place, so it wasn't too hard.
Do you summon devils?
Well, I mean, I can. A little gauche for me to do so, but I gave some of your people the ability to, yes?
So you are the thing that we have been protecting.
No. I simply got you to the place I needed you to protect.
But you gave the order.
Yes, I suppose. I mean, you all had tried to, escape or whatever, but honestly, not really. Wasn't fair. Not a fair chance.
Escape from you?
No. Why would you ever do that? I don't even know how you do that. You've, I mean, maybe if you didn't go to the swamp or whatever, but for the most part, you're kind of stuck with us.
Okay. It's being attacked.
Yes,
Follow
dreadful.
my orders.
Hmm?
What should I do?
Well, do you know if any of your people survived?
Yes.
Splendid. Well, then, if you can just reunite yourself with them, now that you've all finally reconnected a little communications here, I'll see what I can do on my end to make sure there's enough forces that come out the other side when you go and retake that swamp for me.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Something like homage would be nice.
Again, what's your name? Or what should I call you?
Ah, well, I've been playing around with those for a while, to be quite honest. Um, you all usually just called me the breaker of chains, or just kind of something like that. I was never really been big on kind of giving out names.
The chain breaker.
Ah, I like that one. Yes,
Okay.
that one's got a ring to it.
When should
I mean, the sooner the better, to be honest. It's not going to be great if that dragon gets through the barrier that's kind of inherent there. But uh, eh, do you know? Are there any of your people still near the swamp, at least? Oh, great. Well, that dragon must not be very thorough then. Just don't keep it attended for too long, or the kind of barrier that your people's presence and outright magic creates won't really stick around for very long. And that's when things will get complicated.
Understood. I will send our people to the barrier tomorrow morning.
Wonderful. Uh, I do say this as a semi-concerned party. Make sure you don't send them all to their deaths, yes?
What's a good number?
No, I just more, obviously I'll do everything I can do to help, but if you're not there, I can't do too much to influence events, other than maybe sending a few friends their way. So, if your, entire culture has been displaced, first of all, I'm guessing either it's one of her eldest children, in which case I definitely know them, or they probably had help. Um, it wouldn't do for you to all die, because then, my one job, I'm going to fail at that, and then I'll get demoted, and that's a whole to do.
Okay. I think I have an idea what to do.
Okay. Well, give it a good old college try.
Okay. The chain breaker. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Well, I'll be waiting on that homage, I suppose. What do they call you, I suppose?
I'm Throck the Unsatisfied.
Terrific. Well,
And is that like a blood sacrifice or?
ooh, I haven't had one of those in ages. I mean, however my spirit moves you, I suppose. And there's again, you hear distinctly 3 different laughs, kind of echo through your head.
Throck, having this taken a lot of mental energy, instantly goes down to the ground and goes to sleep.
Great. As you finish speaking to whatever that entity was, I mean, it's infernal and probably a devil in nature, but other than that, who knows? It sounds like, hey, Fang, is there anything else you want to do in the day?
Not really. He's just gonna go to. I guess he's gonna do the ritual now. He doesn't have to worry about that.
Okay, yeah. So you resummon your one wolf.
Mm.
That piece of your soul reconnects with your body.
The
Sense
yeah.
of brokenness and longing abated.
Yeah, and he just basically lays down and just holds Tooth until morning.
Great. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would transpire in the evening. No, I don't think so. So you all wake up fully rested in this safe house that only Fang knows what is outside of.
Throx instantly, when he wakes up, goes over to Anja's door and knocks on it. You're muted.
There we go. Who's it?
It's me,
Um,
Throck the
what?
Unsatisfied.
Okay, 1 second. I'm naked, hold on! And you hear, some ruffling. She throws a robe on, because for some reason she prepares her spells naked. It's more of that she gets,
That's the reason.
Yeah, that's totally the reason. She goes and it's like, hey, Throck, what's going on?
You just send a message.
today. Come in.
Comes in.
And I am probably. I'm gonna take off Scorching Ray today and put in Sending. Alright, who am I sending a message to?
Someone from my clan that we met.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Yeah. I
Biggest
don't
in
know.
River.
What was it?
I think you're thinking of Biggest in River.
Yeah.
Oh.
Change their name.
Yeah. Biggest river.
Biggest in River.
Biggest in river.
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to tell him?
Tell him that I have connected with the Breaker of Chains, and they are telling us that we need to gather our people and head to the swamp.
Can I make a quick check on the Breaker of Chains, please?
Okay.
What would you like me to make?
Religion again.
Okay. 20.
So the Breaker of Chains is not a traditional moniker for any like well-known infernal entities. You think that that is a kind of false name. Like it's not really like basically you generally know of most of the kind of major players in the Nine Hells, and they all have kind of like titles that they go by, and the Breaker of Chains is not one of them for any
Okay.
of them.
Huh. Who's the Breaker of Chains?
The person that we follow.
Your god.
Yes.
You communed with your
I
god.
think so.
That's Oh. Okay. So alright. I will stretches robe stretches and she will cast Sending to Biggest in River. Yep, that'd be Biggest in River. Message from Throck. Communed with Breaker of Chains. Meet in the swamp. When are they meeting in the swamp?
Nearby.
When?
They just need to go nearby the swamp and gather, but not all of them.
Okay, meet in the swamp. Gather there, outside. Don't go in until further notice.
Yes. This we can do. Not sure who Breaker of Chains is. We'll ask Komodo folk.
I'm gonna give Throck a thumbs up. Says it's good.
It's, Komodo folk as in Komodo dragons for those listening at home.
Tomorrow I'm going to want to talk to them again. Or do I have more words?
You don't have any more words. Here's the thing. I can do it again today. But the more messages that I send, I'm not saying no, but the less magic that I can use that could in dire situations. If that makes sense.
It's good enough for now.
Okay. If by the time we go to bed tonight, if I have any more spaces left, I'd be happy to send another message for you.
At this point, you also, I'm assuming, are all kind of getting up. You also know Fang. I noticed Fang's here.
Fang just doesn't really talk to anyone. He's just kind of with his wolves. He eats and waits.
Did you make
whatever
it
we're
back?
doing today.
Did you make it back to your people?
No.
Are you sure no one followed you or saw you?
No one saw me.
Okay. Guess we're all gonna kind of wait for our paperwork.
Yeah. How long would you all wait before you did something? An hour has gone by. 2 hours go by. 3 hours go by. 4 hours go by. 5. Yeah.
I think by the
I
time
mean-
lunch comes around,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Hung Huzi. It's like, are we supposed to wait for some paperwork? Like, is that what I understood? What's going on?
And yeah, and like yeah, he'll like ring for the servant and assume arrives a few minutes.
Yes.
Our circumstances have become more urgent. If possible, we need to have our associate here sent out of the city east, about a day east of the. Like I'll give this the name of the town. The name of the town we left has just fallen out of my
Awesome.
head.
Mhm.
There we go. Yeah, east of Austin, by about a day.
Ah, well, possible legally, no. But I can bring a message to the lady and see what she can do.
I think we just need to get
It
out
was-
the city. Period.
It was urgent enough that given that I am not he is certainly not my slave. I can make no account for what he might do in desperation.
I see.
I think we are. I think we're
Is this a
similar.
sentiment you would desire me also say to the lady?
We're in similar situations, so I hope you'll consider my future when you communicate it.
Then I shall leave that part out.
Thank you.
As I'm assuming you also would desire to keep him alive.
That is correct.
Wonderful. Then I shall not imply that he might endanger the lady or her interests by making hasty and incorrect decisions.
If it helps, certainly, I'm sure that he is not the strongest member of this tribe, and their preservation will, I'm sure, be positively remembered.
I see. Well, I shall speak
Oh.
with the lady. Oh,
Before you go,
yes.
If you think it would make a difference, let Mother know. I would like you to help my friend.
I shall relay that message as well. Seems like a very implacable person. This is like a professional like butler assistant person. They're not phased by much. They do like blink a couple times looking at you and then just kind of like accepts it in their head. Anything else I can do for you before I adjourn?
Can I get some stuff to do some basic alchemy?
Yes.
Here's a 200 gold
Oh,
for basic healing potions.
quite a bit of basic alchemy then. Yes.
I need some practice.
Terrific. Anything else?
Not enough food.
Yes. I was going to be heading towards her ladyship anyway, as she, of course, needs to do the right paperwork to get you all proper rationing and food. So I shall bring you that as soon as she's been able to acquire it.
And then Hong Jose will like add in like 25 gold, like it. quite a lot of food. It's one of his.
Kind of pushes the hand back. I'm quite afraid that gold won't help much here in terms of acquiring food.
Ah, I see.
I hope then if you acquire more food than you are given, that you have some of your own, as we will not be able to really acquire more than you are given.
I see.
Food is a commodity and regulated quite heavily here.
You see him like grimace like regulation. I see.
Are we in elemental Korea? Like, is that what's happening here?
It's just we're presumably like the floating city. Getting food here isn't trivial. So
Throck looks like this guy just said he ate his mother.
Yeah. Also, getting food here in a world that's under martial law, even less trivial.
Mhm.
So yes, the servant departs. So I'm assuming you all wait your time. Like it takes about like 30 minutes. They come back. Well, first of all, brings like plates of food. It is like enough food for everyone but Throck to be like satisfied. Like it's not a large meal, but it's not an exceptionally small one. Throck, it's like barely. Like you feel like you're being starved, probably. The amount of food you're being given.
I'm very unsatisfied.
Very unsatisfied.
Be unsatisfied.
The very.
It must
Maybe like-
be unsatisfied.
you see on Guzzy like it is obviously like not much, but he just slides some of his food over to Throt.
Thank you.
As far as a teleportation goes, currently, I would assume, and I hate to do so, that the place you are attempting to get to does not currently have a teleportation circle inscribed in it. Yes?
No, it does not.
Ah, yes. Well, it is something that one of the lady's contacts could, in theory, do. It is, as I'm sure, and will kind of indicate towards the obvious wizard, some may know, not a guarantee as far as successful when it is not a inscribed circle. It could take you off course. It could technically lead to quite severe bodily harm. So, unless, how do I put this more delicately? This is it would be an undue risk to teleport out of a city that may take note of such things, given the lady is currently entrenched in bureaucracy, for something that may not be a guarantee. Her lady recommended sendings and scryings to maybe satiate the nerves, and offered to pay for such spell scrolls if need be.
I'm gonna raise my
However-
hands. I could use some sending and scrying scrolls. That would definitely help.
Terrific. And you see they pull out one of each.
Thank you.
Anytime. Well, have fun inscribing that, I'm sure. And is there anything else I can do for you folks?
I guess based on your expertise, do you have any idea about how long it will take for the bureaucracy to be resolved?
Well, given that there is less than a dozen of you. I would say that we should be very lucky, and should be done within the week.
Hmm.
Where's your closest tree?
In this, in the place that is safe for you to go until such paperwork is done, there is none.
Is there a tree in the city?
Plenty. The city has wonderful botanical gardens that I would love to direct you to as soon as you have proper documentation for entering the city. Until such point, I believe that might be unwise, which is a very polite way of saying it.
Okay.
Are the town guard here flexible?
Hmm?
Flexible. I mean, right.
Law? You mean the law enforcement?
That's code word
Yes,
for cops,
can they-
Hong Hoozy.
Could they be bribed to look the other way?
No, is probably the shortest answer to that.
Hmm.
Maybe one or two of them, but you see, the problem is that most of the guards would know part of, as being part of town government, their expenditure is documented as they are exempt from citywide, most but not all citywide taxes, and therefore they government does keep track of most of their purchases in order to evaluate what taxes they are not exempt from. So a large influx of gold not gained from salary would be noticeable given the situation.
And the bureaucrats aren't corrupt either.
No, definitely not. Not even a little bit.
Like he seems like he said that like half to himself, like he's
Yeah.
deeply confused.
Yeah. Well, I shall go. If there's anything else you need, of course, ring the bell. If I do not arrive immediately, it is because I'm at the lady's beck and call, and will get to you as soon as possible.
Of course.
Splendid. All right. Well, arts. Anything y'all want to be doing here?
Yes. Anja, upon hearing all of this, would like to use her spell. Yeah, I'm gonna use a slot since we might be stuck here anyway for another sending.
Okay.
I would like to send to Sir Luminous D Starcaller.
Okay. What do you say?
All
You
right.
send to son of the Earl of Lindsay.
Hello, Sir Starcaller. Anja here. Stuck in Shantu. A week for paperwork. World ending. Is there a way you can help us out?
Right. That's not Luna's accent at all. I really am not gonna do well on it.
He's got this mixture between, like, because he's Scottish, but he's been
Yeah.
living in Wales, so
Right.
he has like a
So-
mixture of the Scottish and Wales accent.
So yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do it my straight voice because I just don't
That's
have it in my
fine,
head
that's fine.
at all. I've been doing multiple different other
That's
British-esque accents, so it's really not gonna go well.
Yeah.
Assume British accent, obvious. Thank you.
Mhm.
Assume.
That's right. That's some giant shit. Good luck. They're really strict. I could maybe send a letter of commendation from my family, but that isn't everything.
I'll go ahead and use the scroll to continue because I used 25. Scroll it out. Okay, thanks for trying. Was thinking like ambassadors and company or something. By the way, Alex is dead. Like,
He didn't know.
he didn't
Yeah.
know.
That kind. No, he doesn't have that much more tact. No, yeah. Seems about right. Uh, probably ran into something dangerous. Anywho, adding diplomats in probably won't decrease the amount of paperwork, if that makes sense. Just different kinds.
Thanks for and like the ending of the because I didn't quite do 25 words. He hears just the sigh. Thanks for trying. You're my best hope.
All right. Anything
I tried,
else?
guys.
Throck is gonna look to the group and is like, I really need to eat, and I was asking the nature spirit a way for us to get to our place faster, and it actually gave me an ability to turn us all into gas, well, clouds, and allow us to move quickly. So
Do you know how long it lasts?
we only have like a minute, but we can move. I'm trying to think of how Thok would describe 300 feet of movement. We can move almost as fast, faster than any arrow that you've seen.
Well, thanks.
Well,
You're the one that
I-
went out, so we just need
I-
to find a tree, right?
well, I think if it's as fast as you're saying, if we can all do it, a minute might be long enough for us to just clear the city and be home free. I guess.
The city can't be that big, so we can.
Yeah, I guess the trick is I don't want to commit. I don't want to commit to this until we're sure it's gonna work, and I really don't want to know what Harina's going to do if we try it and it doesn't work. So yeah, he's gonna ring. So we're just this guy like before he rings, but like I'm sure the butler like knows the layout of the city. If we can get out that way, he can give us a path, at least.
Unless
Right.
If
Vane
we're
saw
going to
some-
leave,
Yeah.
of what I saw of the city yesterday, what I know, like the distance he's described, what I know if that's enough to get us out of the city.
Out of, yes. To the ground, you don't know.
So there's only one slight problem with your thing.
But
It's enough to get us out of the city. I mean, you do realize we're floating like what, about a mile
what?
above the actual ground.
And the camera's gonna just shoot up out of the safe house as we see this massive metropolis of marble stone, with like this kind of outer ring filled with like a normal sized, like very pristine medieval city with these kind of like very neat roads, and then in the center a massive cloud giant cathedral citadel city, as the party figures out how to get out of the city of Shantu.
Bitch, I know how to fly. It's fine.
Yeah, there's no precautions for people just flying in and out of the city.
Oh, man.
Thank you all for joining us.
Yay. another obstacle to save the world. Cool.
I mean,
Maybe we
listen, she
should've-
teleported
maybe-
you to objectively the safest place.
True. Objective. True. That is kind of a problem though. Hey everyone, thanks for coming and showing up. That was a blast as always. As far as the rest of the week goes, you can catch us back here on the channel on Saturday. We have 2 shows going on Saturday. Saturday morning, we have our brand new Emberwind campaign that premiered last week, which is fantastic. Be sure to click in there because starting this week, we're going to be doing raffles and giving away supplements for the for the Emberwind books. On top of that, there's also a discount code that you can get a 10% discount off some merch there with my name. And then later that afternoon, we have Dragon Age to look forward to. So yeah, a twofer for you on Saturdays. But that's what I got going on at our lovely channel today. Everyone else, where can we find you on the internet this week and all of that good stuff?
Well, if you're looking for me, I am Obadiah, and you can find me on Twitter at Johnson Dyson and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shinobi, where on Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time, I am currently streaming Neo and attempting to top myself every day with more and more ridiculous jokes about anime. Peak the stream times.
That's me right next, right? Yeah. Hi, I was the Forged King. I'm also known as Ember. I have a Twitter I don't use. And I try to stream from this computer, but this computer needs upgrades before I can do that again. But I will be, of course, back on this channel next Wednesday. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to be over on Capri the Gamer's channel playing the long game, The Horses of Steed, Pathfinder 2e, where I play a very, very weird necromancer wizard.
Oh, yep, new order. So sorry, kitten's being annoying. So, hi everyone, I'm Robin Shadle. All over social media, Robin_Shadle. We should be getting back to Roll for Date Night this Saturday, but that's going to depend on the hurricane coming through. So, follow me on Twitter because you'll find out more information that way.
Hi, I'm Montana. You can find me at MontanaWhat on Instagram and at MontanaWhat2 on Twitter. You can find me tomorrow night playing Mass, where I play Backlash, a superhero in Vancouver, a superhero teen in Vancouver. That is at Joe Fulton. Yeah, at Joe Fulton. Check us out.
And I am Robert the GM at Robbie Rolling on Twitter. I am on a bunch of different channels, all in the Storytellers Union. You might notice right underneath Val's channel name, we're part of the Storyteller Union now. So
Yes.
check out all the other channels. They're really great. So every Sunday, I'm with Val playing Hero Complex, our Mask the Next Generation game, where I am the protege for now, and just got a bunch of cool new toys, and things are going crazy. I am also part of the Not Quite Heroes podcast, a 5th edition actual play podcast that I absolutely adore. Check us out at NQH Podcast on Twitter or at the link that's in the chat. And every Thursday night, I'm part of Aether and Steamworks, the Clockwork Zephyr, which is an amazing game made by the GM. There's actually
You muted yourself.
and I also just muted myself.
It's
so
okay, we
check
saw it
out
on
that
the
link for
subtitles.
Aether and Steamworks. It's an amazing system run by an amazing person as well. So check us out for space piracy.
Right. And with that, everyone, we're going to sign off and say friends to my good friend Tyrone, also known as Unsheathed Productions. He's playing some video games. So everybody wave bye.